as we said, it's a special edition.
Yeah, very special edition.
The people we lost, the people who are dead to us, the people who have one way or the other done one thing or the other for the Nigerian film industry. Yeah. We're taking this special edition to celebrate their memories, to celebrate them. Tosin.
So, a tragic loss has hit Nigeria's film industry. As a young filmmaker, Ola Lawal has died in a devastating on-set accident. Ola, known for his work as a set designer, art director, and special effect artist, tragically drowned during a late-night shoot in Simawa, Ogun State, on Saturday, the 30th of May. Reports indicate that the production crew working on a gospel film was transported to a riverside location at about 9 p.m. Sadly, during the course of the shoot, Ola slipped and fell into the river, estimated to be around 30 meters deep, and drowned. What's more troubling, sources claim there was no visible safety measure at the location. The incident has sparked outrage in the film community and beyond, with many calling it an unavoidable tragedy caused by negligence. Veteran actor Adeniyi Johnson has publicly called out the filmmaker in charge of the production, Bola Akande, while not directly accusing her of wrongdoing. Johnson has urged her to issue a formal statement, support the bereaved family, and provide clarity on what really happened. In his words, and I quote, "Let Bola Akande clear the air. Olaoluwa's family deserves more than silence. As the industry mourns, calls for safer working conditions and accountability on Nigerian film sets are growing louder. Olaoluwa's death echoes recent tragedies and highlights the urgent need for reform in location safety and crew welfare. May his soul rest in peace."
Okay, so following that, there have been several reactions on social media concerning Ololuwa's death. Some have claimed that the producer was very insensitive to have gone to... I saw the news where she went to visit the family of Ololuwa after his passing. She took pictures with his father, where the father said that people attacking the producer and other people on social media was unnecessary, and that he didn't send anybody to go and do anything of such. But you could feel the pain in his eyes as in the pictures. There's a director here that has also said something. Mr. Tunde Olaoye, the co-director of Everybody Loves Jennifer.
Everybody Loves Jennifer.
He also said that, according to him, the testimonies about the attitude of these gospel film people are always negative. And this particular event underscores it. I have never seen this kind of insensitivity and irresponsibility at the same time. The cult is daring people to do their worst, that there is nothing they will do, and they have so much intimidated their members and other crew to also keep mute. You can't start ministries to promote the gospel and working in a manner antithetical to your purpose. You guys are bringing disrepute to the name of Christ. People are really passionate about the death of Ololu, and one can understand why, because I remember that
Gina Pope
died.
Something similar.
Yeah, because it was
similar.
Gina Pope and some others that died, but majorly it was Gina Pope that
The
crew members who were part of who experienced that tragedy at the same time as the actors were forgotten.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Bond did a documentary recently on Rolling Without Rights, how crew members, and many of the crew members, when they came to talk about the things they go through on sets, man, I'm grateful that I'm not a crew member in Nollywood, because the stories were
It's
gory.
appalling. It's really appalling. I feel
and if it's
exceptionally
worse,
bad, because if we had lost popular actors and crew members in such manner less than 2-3 years ago, and the same thing is repeating itself in just less than 2 years, it's just so it means that all we had from AGN, all we had from all the guilds, all we had from were just mere talks.
Yeah, it was just
they were just mere talks. You know, we had that conversation then, and they were coming out to say the leaders of the guilds came out to say no, there should be certain policies were formed and all that, and
it means it wasn't because
exactly.
There was another post that said that Ola didn't die a natural death. His death was avoidable. There was no safety measure in place. No villagers on ground at the odd time of 10 p.m. No divers on ground. No sense of remorse. So decided that Ola Lawal is a great star, not a dog or chicken that you just dim his light like that and expect his family, brothers, friends, and colleagues not to post or talk about him. You visited Ola's dad after 10 days of his demise on your set to tell his dad about seeing posts of Ola everywhere in the media. What are you hiding? Why are you trying to silence everybody who's talking about Ola, the creative genius? Ola was talked about while he was alive, and he will continue to be talked about in his demise, which happened on your set. Madam Bola Akonde, evil in me producer. This person is very, very, very angry.
And rightfully so.
Rightfully so.
I'm not totally heaping the blame on the producer. However,
because she said that her blood pressure rose after that incident and that she was under medical. That's why she couldn't.
That can happen to anybody. My anger is that why don't we have safety measures? Why are there no divers? We have seen such happen before in Nigeria. We condemned it.
In fact, it was the same kind of incident.
That's what I'm saying. We condemned it. So why should that same incident happen?
At 10 p.m.
Why should it repeat itself? You don't have safety drivers. You don't have
villagers that can swim.
Villagers, or
fishermen,
and you don't even have medical stuff to say. What if something happens? What if?
I think it's. It
was what if then. Now it has happened. I'm not even bothered about covering it up or mine is why did it happen? It shouldn't have happened. It had happened before. Why should it happen again? It's just been. I don't know. And this is where somebody wants to come and collect some. What did we say?
Residual payments.
How? In this kind of how?
I'm very angry.
But how would that happen when you cannot
not payment, residual income.
You're yet to cater for people's life. Is that the person that will give residual income to other? How?
And it's based on what Mr. Tunde Olaoye is saying. It's as if the gospel ministry, gospel film industry itself, which is an arm of Nollywood, how we look at it, is already complicit in these things. So are we saying that the gospel? Let's say that maybe this hasn't happened in regular Nollywood. So maybe these policies are being spread far-flung. But in the gospel film industry, are we saying that the same policies that apply to Nollywood producers don't apply
to them?
It's a grey area that AGN, who is in charge of crew in Nigeria? Maybe the Association of Movie Producers should step into.
Association of Movie Producers, Association of Movie Producers, Ampon. Yeah, that's Ambassador Dr. Blessing.
Blessing
Ebegesin, yes.
She was here recently and she spoke about. In fact, she was even on the documentary where she was saying that, of course, she cannot say that the producer should also get spend more money on now trying to make the crew members extremely comfortable. But we're not talking about extremely comfortable. We are saying the bare minimum, at least safety of lives and property.
I feel if the medical, practitioners were available, if divers were available, knowing fully well that
the body wasn't recovered immediately.
That's what I'm saying. So knowing fully well that you're going to shoot on a river or something on water at that time of the night. I mean, that's sheer.
And there was nobody that could swim.
Sheer recklessness on the part of the producer.
At night, there's so many things that can go wrong. Recklessness. To start with.
And I'm certain that if like they will say, if it was a sinner climb, if it's the Hollywood they want to copy, you think head will not roll? Head should roll. There should be an investigation into that death, even if it's not. I mean, somebody should be held.
People will start answering questions now. Was it pushed? Who was standing by him? Who was? People
maybe if somebody faces the law for that negligence, then it would stop people, from doing that. It's unfair. It's unfair.
Very unfair.
It's unfair.
It's all good. We pray that the soul of the departed rest in peace and that such sad occurrences do not continue to happen in Nollywood. And that Nollywood producers, whether it's a gospel film, whether it is
Islamic film,
whether it is Yoruba film, whether it's Hausa film, whether it is Igbo film, whether it is English Nollywood, everybody should just take precautions to ensure that lives are very important. I don't know why it seems like
every life on your set is important.
Whether
every life,
the light man or
whether it's generator man as they call them, everybody is important. Even the welfare is important.
It's crazy. But we pray that the soul of the departed rest in peace.